Nicki Minaj, the trailblazing Trinidadian rapper, singer, and songwriter widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in modern hip-hop, appears to be shifting her ambitions beyond the music charts toward something far more substantial: genuine political influence and power. At 43 years old, she is reportedly channeling her trademark intensity and unapologetic persona into a pursuit of what she views as authentic authority, a seat at the table where real decisions are made and lasting impact is achieved. This development marks a notable evolution in her public trajectory, as she moves from dominating entertainment headlines to exploring avenues that could reshape societal and political landscapes. Insiders familiar with her mindset describe her as deeply motivated and strategic in this endeavor. One source emphasized that Minaj is hungry for more than fleeting fame or commercial success. She craves real power, real impact. This hunger stems from years of navigating an industry that has often tried to box her in, criticize her outspokenness, or diminish her contributions despite her groundbreaking achievements. Having broken barriers as the first female rapper to achieve multiple platinum albums, dominate streaming records, and command massive cultural influence, Minaj seems ready to translate that dominance into broader spheres. Politics, in her view, offers the ultimate platform for control and legacy building, far surpassing the temporary highs of chart positions or social media trends. This pivot gained significant attention following a controversial moment in late 2025. During an appearance at a Turning Point USA event, Minaj voiced strong support for claims made by then-President Donald Trump regarding the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. She passionately declared that, in Nigeria, Christians are being targeted. Churches have been burned, families have been torn apart, simply because of how they pray. Her words echoed narratives that have circulated in certain conservative circles, highlighting religious violence in the region. However, the statement drew sharp backlash from analysts, experts on African affairs, and human rights observers. Many pointed out that the violence in Nigeria, often perpetrated by jihadist groups like Boko Haram and bandits, is complex and not exclusively targeted at Christians. It affects Muslim communities, people of various ethnic backgrounds, socioeconomic classes, and geographic areas alike. Critics argued that framing it solely as religious persecution oversimplifies a multifaceted crisis involving poverty, governance failures, resource conflicts, and extremism. Despite the widespread condemnation and calls for clarification or retraction, Minaj has shown no signs of backing down. A source close to her firmly stated, "She's not apologizing and she's not walking anything back." This steadfastness aligns perfectly with the artist's long-standing reputation for refusing to soften her edges or conform to expectations. Throughout her career, from her early mixtape days to blockbuster albums like Pink Friday, The Pink Print, and Queen, Minaj has consistently defended her positions, clapped back at detractors, and prioritized authenticity over popularity. She has weathered feuds, industry politics, and public scrutiny without compromising her voice, a trait that now seems to be guiding her into political territory. The insider further revealed that Minaj believes taking a stand matters more than chart position, and she is fully prepared to accept the consequences, including potentially alienating segments of her fanbase. This willingness to lose supporters for the sake of conviction underscores a deeper philosophical shift. In an era where celebrities often carefully curate their images to maximize broad appeal, Minaj's approach is refreshingly, or controversially, defiant. She appears to be calculating that true influence comes not from universal likability but from bold, polarizing actions that rally dedicated followers and force conversations. Behind the scenes, Minaj is said to be actively studying conservative politics and engaging in discreet discussions with influential figures. These conversations could involve strategists, donors, or operatives within right-leaning circles, though specifics remain under wraps. Such moves suggest she is laying groundwork rather than making impulsive announcements. Her interest in this space is not entirely new. She has previously voiced opinions on elections, social issues, and cultural debates, often via social media blasts that generate massive engagement. But this phase feels more deliberate, as if she is transitioning from commentator to potential participant. Of course, any serious political aspirations would face practical hurdles. Minaj, born Annika Tanya Marriage in Trinidad and Tobago and raised in New York, is not currently a U.S. citizen in the sense required for many elected offices, though she has long resided in the United States and built her empire there. Naturalization would be a prerequisite for running for most federal positions, a process that involves residency requirements, background checks, and oaths. Even beyond citizenship, entering politics would mean navigating intense scrutiny of her past statements, business dealings, personal life, and the often raunchy, provocative content that has defined her artistry. Yet, if anyone could turn controversy into political capital, it might be Minaj, whose fan army, the Barbs, has proven fiercely loyal and mobilized. Meanwhile, her music career shows no signs of slowing. Her upcoming sixth studio album, NM6, is scheduled for release in March 2026, building anticipation among fans eager for new bars, innovative production, and the signature Minaj flair. Whether this project incorporates her evolving worldview or serves as a parallel track to her political explorations remains to be seen. What is clear is that Nicki Minaj is no longer content with being a queen of rap. She is eyeing a throne with far greater reach and permanence. By refusing to walk back her statements and doubling down on her pursuit of real power, she is signaling that her next chapter could redefine not just her legacy, but the intersection of celebrity, culture, and governance in profound ways.